Destiny 2 is an absolutely massive game with a massive player base. Okay, maybe not this season, but in today's video, we're going over the 10 different types of Destiny players that you'll find out there, starting with the Fisher, or as some may like to be called, Angler, is a very laid-back and calm player here in Destiny 2. They're a very passive player, one that doesn't want to claim their loot by conquering their enemies, but by simply outsmarting the fish with their bait in the depths below. You may find these players in patrols, slaughtering their enemies like a hot knife through butter, but that's only so they can get back to their relaxation time at the docks and wait for their next catch. Some may even call these players the master baiters. These players have caught all of the available fish in the game, yet they still spend their time at the docks, not wasting their time, but reveling in the enjoyment of their own peaceful little world. That is until another fucking public event. The overprepared player is exactly who you think they are. These players stress non-stop before a new season comes around because they just have to be the most prepared out of their friend group. You already know that they're on as many random-ass destinations as possible, loading up their inventory on completed bounties so they can be the first to unlock the new artifact mods and season pass loot. They also make sure to fill their vault completely with exotic ships or sparrows as a means to store Glimmer for when they undoubtedly don't need it in the future. They're always checking their prep score to make sure it's the highest it can possibly be, and a lot of this may seem like overkill to the common player, but there's one thing the over-prepped player does that everyone and their mother should be doing, and that is ordering meals off of 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, the sponsor of today's video. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is a meal service that delivers fresh, never frozen meals to your doorstep that are always pre-prepared and can be made in 2 minutes in the microwave, and these are absolutely perfect for any type of new season or expansion that's on the horizon. Your meals per week are going to range from 4 to 18, and you can always add and subtract depending on your needs, and can even skip a week if you need to. And as a content creator, I always find myself needing to get ready for these new content drops as well, because I'm constantly editing and streaming and everything in between, and having 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 there as a means to just slap something in the microwave for 2 minutes and having something that tastes like it was home cooked for me is pretty awesome. So if you would like to do the same, head to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 box. That's factor75.com or click the link below and use demonjoefrance to get 50% off your first box, and thank you Factor for sponsoring today's video. Now let's talk about the RNG gods are simply a different breed of player. They hop on Destiny when their buddies are on, load into a raid for the first time, and walk away with the raid exotic and don't elaborate further.
I got X! Are you fucking kidding me? Let's go!
Who got it?
He got that.
I'm not sure what exactly makes these players so built different when I've not once in my life had that level of luck with a raid or dungeon, and even currently, I'm 50 plus clears deep into Root of Nightmares, and I still don't have the shotgun to show for it. Alright, 50 plus clears? 50 plus clears? No exotic, right?
Yeah, no exotic.
Raid exotics, dungeon exotics, and weapon god rolls come to these players on a silver platter, and I'm not sure what causes it, but I'm gonna need to get in on those secrets. The Fashionista spends the majority of their time in orbit inside the transmog screen. If there's one thing we've learned through playing Destiny over the years, it's that fashion is the one true endgame, and these players know it better than anyone else. They strive for the perfect look, even going as far as deleting an entire character to change their body type, because let's be real, who wants a male warlock in 2023? While other players are out grinding activities with their buddies, the Fashionista is trying on different shaders with different armors to see if there's a unique interaction. Don't check their Destiny playtime because, to no surprise, the majority of it will be labeled as time in orbit or a social space. The Emblem Addict is the kind of player that, as the name suggests, just cannot get enough emblems. Any chance they get, they're going to pursue them, and whether it's buying something off the Bungie store, donating to charity, becoming a literal bot and retweeting an infinite amount of emblem giveaways on Twitter, they're going to do it if that means one more emblem added to their collection. Me personally, I got a ton of pretty rare emblems, but I'm the type of dude that just runs the one that I like the look of, which currently is Midnight Durance. But these players, Even when you can only equip one at a time, they do not care and they have to get them all. The raid clear farmer is... okay, listen, I'm gonna be real. I don't know what you are. These players do nothing else with their free time aside from grinding out one specific raid all day, every day, for weeks on end. Why do they do this exactly? I don't know! Take my friend 𝗏𝗏𝗏. He's accumulated over 2,000 clears of Garden of Salvation, and I simply do not understand what's going on inside his head. I'm frankly scared of these types of players because while yes, I enjoy raids and they're some of my favorite content in the game, I cannot imagine running one singular raid this much. These guys either look like the Doomslayer himself, or yeah, like that. The solo player isn't your average breed here in Destiny 2. You see, despite Bungie themselves labeling their game as an MMO, the solo player simply likes to play the game on their own terms. They can't really be asked to deal with people inside LFG groups, and who can really blame them? They would play with their friends, but their friends either A, make fun of them for playing Destiny, or B, their friends simply don't exist. Which, yeah, I feel you on that one. You'll find these players in just about any match-made activity, but that doesn't mean they shy away from in-game content. You'll occasionally find the absolute GigaChad solo player that does their weekly dungeons no problem, and even conquers GM Nightfalls by themselves. It's absolutely inspiring. Oh yeah, here we have the quitter. These players are constantly droning on about how terrible the game is and how much they want to quit, but never actually do it. I mean, eventually they do quit for like a few weeks and are instantly back on the game once the next season launches before they quit again. Oh, and you'll definitely know it too, because they need to make some grandiose event on Twitter only to backpedal on it later. But let's be honest, we all know that Destiny is extremely far from a perfect game, and it has its fair share of problems, but come on man, just like, take a break or something. There's always other things to play out there, and you should never only stick to playing one game. Ah yes, the free-to-play player, or a more accurate description, free-to-try player. These guys definitely got it rough, but they do specialize in a few areas of the game way more than others. You can typically expect these kinds of players to reside mostly in the core playlist or maybe Dares of Eternity. However, for the more hardcore free-to-play player, they're basically gods when it comes to running Vault of Glass, King's Fall, and the Prophecy Dungeon. Because they don't buy any expansions or seasons, they definitely don't purchase any silver, so chances are you'll find them hoarding Bright Dust like nobody's business, even going as far as to do the core playlist bounties each and every week on all characters to ensure they get even more dust and don't miss out on any free cosmetics. They also don't own the dark subclasses, meaning that they are pure guardians that embody the light like no other.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. How fast this fucking boy.
Have you ever been running strikes and found that you're being pulled to the boss room and you never really got any kills the whole time? Well, you might be in the presence of a speedrunner. These players have an Eager Edge sword equipped at all times and are either on Warlock or Hunter, so they can sword skate to build up the maximum possible speed. They will slow down for nobody. Speedrunners are so prevalent that community-wide discussions have been going on for what feels like years for Bungie to give us the option to load into Strike solo to get things like bounties done. At this point though, the speedrunner is inevitable and the speedrunner is fast. And with that said, those are the 10 different types of Destiny players in Destiny 2. Let me know down in the comments what other types of Destiny players you would like to see, and I might end up making a follow-up to this video if you guys like it that much. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.